so welcome back, friends. Welcome back to Antlered Pursuit. We're here in Wyoming, originally from Pennsylvania. So if you're seeing this and you're a Pennsylvania hunter, just know that I hunt in Pennsylvania. I absolutely love hunting Pennsylvania. I kind of miss it. But I want to say good luck to all you Pennsylvania hunters out there, because that's where I was originally from. Hope you guys get a big one. Pennsylvania hunting is an absolute blessing. There's a lot of monster bucks, monster bear up there, and it's an absolute blast. But we're here in Wyoming, making hopefully videos for you guys that are entertaining. But right down in there we have elk, mule deer, and whitetail sort of grazing the field, sort of in the migratory season of them. They all come down to the mountains. And I was actually up in the mountains looking for where they came down. Hopefully for next year, come up here with my bow. Not hunting this year, it's a little too expensive for me, but next year, maybe hopefully come up the mountain and find out where these animals came from, hopefully get one for myself. But for today's episode, excluding that part, we're actually going to be talking about some funny hunting stories. I know a lot of you hunters out there have had stories like this. Not many people tell them because they're kind of embarrassing sometimes, but they're just really funny in a group of guys at deer camp or something, like telling hunting stories. But we're just going to get right into it. The first one goes way back. I don't know. It was my first buck. I don't even know how old I was now that I think about it. When I shot my first buck, it was actually a spiky. I shot my first spike buck. It was my first buck. It was like 3 inches on each side, 3 1/4 and 3 inches. And I was sitting up in the pine tree. We had a butt up on the pine tree branch, sitting down with my feet down on the lower branch. And at about 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock in the morning, all of a sudden you have to go to the bathroom, right? So we're up in a tree having to go to the bathroom. What do? You can either piss down from the tree, piss in a bottle, or climb down the tree, walk somewhere else and piss in the ground. See, there's a whole bunch of theories about whether or not deer bother piss. I don't really care. I just piss wherever I need to go piss. I think it smells semi-similar to a deer. I don't know the difference. I never tested or anything. I never did research, but so here we go, having to take a piss. So open up, zip down a little bit, put overalls, come off, do the whole ordeal to get to the bathroom, right? So we're here pissing off the tree, and all of a sudden deer shows up. So we're a freaking spike about 135 yards, shows up and just grazing grass. I'm like, shoot, what do? I gotta freaking do something. I gotta do something because this deer I'm gonna get away. So here we go. I just quickly sat down, grabbed my rifle, eyed it up. My pants are, below the waistline, I guess you could say. Pants are off, sort of, right? Not off but low enough that the deer shows up, shoot the deer, and then pull up the pants. I don't know how old I was, maybe like 14, and here we shoot my first ever buck with my, all right, next story. The next story was actually the same exact tree, 2 years from that deer, and I shot a 3-point on this story. So here we go, in the morning, and of course, sometimes during deer season it gets pretty cold, right? So we're kind of cold. I'm still a youngster, maybe 15 or 16 at this time, kind of cold, and my feet get very cold. So I'm like, all right, well, I got to do something to get warmed up. I know you guys have heard of the heat pad warmers, the foot pad warmers, feet warmers, or whatever you call them. You put them in your shoes and you keep your feet warm. So I had some of those, but I think they were like the hand warmers style. Decided to take off my shoe, hang it up on the tree, take off my sock, put it on the tree, and just really warm up my foot before I put the stuff back on to let it air dry if I was sweating. I don't know. But I was getting pretty cold. So my foot's hanging out. Deer shows up again, 80 yards away. A nice little 3-point. Of course, you gotta stand up on the tree with your literally not a shoe on. Deer shows up, 3-point shows up, shoot the 3-point, runs away, and I hear it crash. I'm like, yes, got a 3-point. So the first thing that's funny that happens is my shoes off, right? And then about 10 seconds after that deer shows up. See, I'm hunting in super thick area, right? And you're lucky to even see a deer. If you're not paying attention, you won't see a deer. It takes 10 seconds, the deer's gone, right? So I see this deer, and that was my last opportunity before that deer shows up. It was actually right beside a bush, and I shot right beside a bush, and that took off and running. I could hear it crashing. I knew I hit it. And all of a sudden, a freaking 8-point shows up. I'm like, what in the world? What in the tarnation? That 8-point's 50 yards away, completely broadside. 10 seconds after I shot the 3-point, the 8-point shows up. I'm like, well, that's hunting. That's hunting, but I'm grateful to shoot the 3-point. I got the 3-point. But I was really stoked to see that 3-point and shoot that 3-point. Unfortunately, the funny part about deer hunting is sometimes when you're a little bit too excited to shoot something, you might be missing out on a big buck, but that's hunting. Secondly, I don't know about you guys, but I've had some interesting encounters with deer showing up with the funny moments when you're not really expecting it. I have another funny one too to show you. But you know, that's that hunting story. Those are some hunting stories. I actually encourage you guys, if you have some hunting stories, and you know, message me on them on Instagram. I'll give you guys a shout out. Also, if you shoot anything this year in Pennsylvania, in particularly Sullivan County, I hunted in Sullivan County, whatever, let me know. I think it's kind of cool to see bucks coming out of the area that you grew up from. I actually grew up in Lancaster, hunted Sullivan County a lot. But yeah, let me know. Send me some pictures if you guys have some good kills and stuff. I'm gonna be so excited to hear that and see that for myself. And I'll also give you guys a shout out on my Instagram page. Link is right here. Instagram page is down right below me. But other than that, guys, it was cool making this little video. If you want to hear more of these things, let me know down in the description. And I will see you guys next time on Antlered Pursuit. Don't forget to chase your dreams, because that's what life is all about. And that's what we're doing out here in Wyoming. Have a good one.